team like Kyrie and KD, or the Lake Show with King James and AD. Wish I could match him up with the bad boys from the 80s, but no black and white, I need that in HD. HenDawgz.
Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy HenDawg, and we back to it. You know how we do it. The best Larry Bird revenge story ever told. Bird gang, Bird gang, Bird gang. Where y'all at? You part of the Bird gang? Write something in the comments right now. I think this is gonna be another good video. Like, who doesn't like a revenge story? Like, it's always good to see someone, you know, in the wrong, and they pay for that. I think that's always great, and I think this is gonna be about Bill Laimbeer. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what we're gonna react to. Before we do, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. We are on the way to 10K. Go ahead and like this video if you like this video, and go ahead and write something in the comments. Let me know how you feel about this revenge story. I think this is gonna be a good one. I think this is gonna be a good one, man. So I really don't even want to do too much talking. Let's just get straight into it. We got the best Larry Bird revenge story ever told. Let's get it.
Charles Barkley had a handwritten letter delivered to Bill Laimbeer before playing a game against him. And it said, "Dear Bill, f*** you. Sincerely, Charles Barkley."
Everybody hated Bill Laimbeer. What made him so hateable? Like, I thought the 80s was rough. I thought that the 80s was this tough basketball. Shouldn't people respect Bill Laimbeer? Or was he just that dirty? He had to have been overly dirty for all of these guys to hate him in such a tough and rugged era. Like, let me know why people hated Bill Laimbeer so much. Like, I didn't even know Charles Barkley hated him. I knew Larry Bird don't like him.
And as one might expect, they got into a fist fight that game.
Oh, they fought? Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, they punching.
When Robert Parish, who got into a fight with Laimbeer 3 years in a row, was questioned about Bill Laimbeer, he said, "I was always taught, if you can't say something nice about someone, then don't say anything at all. So, I'm saying nothing at all."
They hated this guy,
but
y'all.
nobody hated Bill Laimbeer more than Larry Bird.
Bird gang!
Really ever liked Laimbeer in any social situation?
No.
Yeah.
And it's because he was a dirty player. The 80s, when I played, there was a lot of cheap shots. If you go back and watch the Pistons playing against Chicago, I mean, Michael and Scotty was getting pounded. And a lot of it happened after the whistle. Like, you're going in and you get fouled, and the guy goes ahead and tries to, that's a free foul.
Yo!
Ricky Mahorn, he'd hit you and all that, but he'd hit you, you know you're going to get hit. Yeah. But he didn't try to maim you.
Right.
Bill tried to hurt you. Got it back to their...
Yeah, that's not cool, man. That's definitely not cool. Like I said, it's one thing to be rugged and be out there, you know, being that enforcer for your team. But then being dirty, trying to hurt people, man, that's just not cool. Like,
Laimbeer walked with it, then committed a foul, knocked Bird to the floor. Celtics are very unhappy about it. Yeah, caught Bird in the job. Yeah,
Larry ain't like that.
And, you know, he was one of them guys, you shoot a jumper, you try to slide his foot underneath your ankle so you twist your ankle. And that's why Parish
Did he really used to do that?
If you watch any of our old games, Parish was always twisting his ankle against the Pistons. So one time I shot a jumper and Laimbeer did it to me, and I stepped on his foot, but I stepped on it high and twist my ankle. I don't know, a quarter or two later, he was shooting that jumper. I slid mine in there. That's the last time he ever did it.
Really?
Yeah.
And when Bill Laimbeer was
he got him back.
NBA's dirtiest player by Michael Jordan,
Yes, indeed.
everybody got into a
he
fight with this
responded
guy.
in a way that really showed his true colors.
Michael Jordan may be a very good, outstanding basketball player, but as a individual, down-to-earth, heart person, he has. I mean, who is he? Who cares about him? All he does is play basketball. In the world, he's this big.
Yeah, I can see why nobody liked him. And during the next...
Where my Pistons fans at? I know it's some Pistons guys out there that's watching, or women that's watching this video. Did y'all love Bill Laimbeer? Was he one of those players you hate to play against but love to be on your team? Let me know. Let me know, because I feel like you would like this, I think, if he was on your team. I don't know. I really don't know. Like, let me know.
1986 season, when the All-Star team had just been announced, Bird asked a group of reporters if Laimbeer, who had been an All-Star the last 3 years with the Pistons, had made the team again. And when he heard Laimbeer was not selected, Larry Bird said, "Good. Now I won't have to worry about him getting on the bus and saying, 'Hi, Larry,' and me having to say, 'F you, Bill.'" But that year, they would still see each other in the playoffs.
I was always the one that came out first, and there's always a leprechaun out on the floor. I'd go out and spit right on the leprechaun,
Not
rub my
spit
foot
on
in it, and then go down and make a big dunk. Away we went.
The tension was obviously high, and in one game, Robert Parish said, "I feel like Laimbeer took some cheap shots at me. I guarantee something will break out if they let it go next time." And though nothing happened the rest of that series, the very next year they met again in the Eastern Conference Finals, and in Game 4, it got crazy.
Right, open people.
Uh-oh.
And 24 seconds clock goes down on third. And Laimbeer go at it.
That's probably the...
Larry Bird.
I don't think Larry Bird has been more mad than any other time in his career than this situation right here. Even when he was losing to the Lakers, or not winning the championship certain years, I think this moment right here, Larry Bird was the maddest he ever was. Like, Larry Bird was pissed, which he should have been, rightfully so. Like, he literally could have ended his career right there. Like, he could have bent him back, and like he could have tore his ACL. Like, something bad could have happened. So like, yeah, F Bill Laimbeer, man. I've never seen him play. He probably was retired before I was even born, but F Bill Laimbeer. Like, the fact that he was going out there spitting on the floor, like, that's so nasty, first of all. Like, why are you out there spitting on the floor? Like, that's just nasty. I don't like Bill Laimbeer, man.
And Bill Laimbeer have both been ejected from the game.
Then threw the ball at him.
Throwing the ball at Laimbeer and Rodman coming over.
What is Dennis
Larry Bird
Rodman
said,
doing?
Laimbeer was backing away from me, didn't want any part of me. I wish they would have cleared the court for about 15 minutes and just let us go at each other.
Hey, the whoop. Oh,
And Bill Laimbeer, in classic Bill Laimbeer fashion, he said, "I didn't do a thing." I tried to grab him.
Alright, I know I'm pausing it a lot, but I just be thinking a lot of stuff. But alright, take the biasness out. Bird gang, take it out. I want y'all to pretend like you're not a Bird fan right now. If they have 15 minutes on the court, Bill Laimbeer, everybody else just went to the locker room, and the crowd just watched Bill Laimbeer and Larry Bird fight full court. They can be on the court wherever they want. They can fight for 15 minutes. Who will be the last man standing? Larry Bird had a bad back. He had the bad fingers and all that. So do y'all think Larry Bird will still come out victorious? Or Bill Laimbeer getting? Bill Laimbeer was a little bigger, so I might have to pick Bill Laimbeer. I ain't gonna lie. Like, he gonna be dirty. He gonna be dirty, right? So I think he gonna find a way to be that last man standing. Shout out to Larry Bird, but give me Bill Laimbeer on the last man standing in a 15-minute fight on a court with Larry Bird. But let me know who you got.
Would have been to break his fall, and Larry came up swinging.
Ooh.
I was victimized. And Larry
Victimized?
responded, "Sure, he wasn't trying to hurt me. And I was trying to throw the ball at the referee. Bill's face just got in the way."
When you play the same team 4, 5, 6, 7 times right in a row within the space of about 2 weeks,
Red.
it's got to be bad temper. Our ball club, I always feel, were retaliators, not instigators. And I think the other team, like Detroit, they are the instigators.
And in that next game, when Bill Laimbeer tried to come out
They gonna shake
and
hands?
shake Larry Bird's hand,
Hell no.
Larry looked at Bill and said, "Go f*** yourself."
Hell
I
no.
always have respect for my opponents, Larry said. But in my instance, I think Laimbeer was trying to hurt me.
You
So
think?
in Game 5, the Celtics got their revenge.
I was at the game, and the crowd just had so much hatred for Laimbeer for that game. I've never been in any sort of a sporting event where the crowd hated a player that much. And I'm convinced to this day that the crowd convinced Parish to punch him in the second quarter.
Oh, no question.
Very gingerly tried to shoot that shot. Nice play by Darren Day. It doesn't fall. The tip by Parish. He can't get it to fall, and Parish takes Laimbeer to the ground with a right forearm. Well, they had said it was only a matter of time till somebody did this.
Laimbeer, he had it coming.
Had it coming.
He had it coming.
Because he
said the same thing twice.
It was like barely he did anything.
It could have happened 2 plays before.
The cameras just got the part where Robert got mad, see? But nobody saw Laimbeer's elbow that hit him in the neck, right by the Adam's apple. And all he did was react, because people are sick and tired of this guy with the baby face, putting his hands up all the time.
Not with the baby face.
Meanwhile, he'll sucker punch you, he'll do everything in the game. So as I said once before, it couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
Sports Illustrated was even trolling
my
him.
shoulder, Max. I thought I would get sucker punched, to be honest. You know, in the heat of the battle, you know, we exchanged a few unpleasantries.
Oh, he
a few
socked him.
passed between us. And
Yeah, Chief.
And I just lost those punches. So I couldn't believe I lost my composure like that. That was the first time ever.
This play epitomized 80s basketball because not only did this flurry of punches result in no ejections and no technicals,
No
but
ejections.
they didn't even call a foul. They just kept playing. Larry Bird called it.
Hold up. He just punched that man in the jaw. And they said it was no technicals, no ejections, no foul. Not even a personal foul call. Honestly, and it's funny though because I feel like Bill Laimbeer didn't even really do nothing bad on that possession. Yeah, he hit him with a little elbow, but it was nowhere near as worse as what Bill Laimbeer's done in the past. But I just think that was just like a microcosm. I think that's the right word. It might be the right word. But I just think that was just like a bunch of just built up anger on like just all the stuff Bill Laimbeer did that was the last straw. Like, yeah, you barely hit me, but you've hit me 15 times, you hit Larry Bird 10 times, and it's not about to happen no more. And that's why Robert Parish punched him. And I feel like also the refs kind of was like, just get him, man. Go ahead and get him. He deserves it. And we're not going to call the foul. Like, everybody kind of knew how bad of a person Bill Laimbeer was, including the refs. And I think that's why Robert Parish was able to get away with that. But let me know.
A good deed.
Off the
But
backboard?
sometimes, in the words of the great Frank Sinatra, the best revenge is massive success.
True.
Because later on that game, Larry Bird made the greatest play of his entire career.
The steal?
We knew we had to win that game. Both teams knew that whoever won Game 5 was probably going to win the series. Casey had to play the starters almost the whole game. And so our guys were just completely worn out.
There's Bird off the screen from the corner. Big basket by Larry Bird. That's a two-pointer. Detroit by 3 with a minute 13, and Bird has 36.
The Celtics had been to the finals
36?
in 84, 85, 86, and now it's 87. We're all beat up. The guys that are playing are hurt. So, you know, it was just guts. It was just a guts and pride.
3:41 to go in the game. Detroit leading by 2, and that man is playing on nothing but heart. He went out with an ankle injury that would keep most people out of the game, came back in, and now he's twisted it again.
The Chief! That's my guy,
The Boston
man.
moment, that was a heartbreaking moment. What was heartbreaking about that moment is I had made the game-winning shot.
Everybody wants to beat the Pistons. Right now, Boston is first in line in that desire. They lead by 1, 27
You thought was the game
But
winning
I was
shot.
on Isaiah Thomas, and he went one-on-one against me at the top of the floor.
Wait, who was that?
I thought I played pretty good defense, and Isaiah didn't get in the paint, and he took a jump shot, a contested jump shot, and it went in.
I'm on the top of the floor against Cincinnati.
Oh,
16
that's
seconds.
12. That's tough, Isaiah.
Thomas with a very big bucket.
We go to the timeout.
That was good defense.
We know Bird's going to get it either on the left side or the right side. And we got the play figured out. We sent him left. About 5 of us come over there to try to block the shot.
There's Bird with the ball against Moore.
He's going to take it to the hoop. You can bet. He's going to try to draw a foul.
It's blocked.
Oh, good block. Oh, that's how it's set up.
No.
That was the
Ball
setup.
goes out of bounds. And I'll never forget, everything just started went in slow motion. So I run over. We look at the bench. No timeout, nothing. So I run over and I grab the ball.
Detroit should have called a timeout, Brian, because they had a timeout left. They could advance the ball down to the other end of the floor.
So they have one or
There's a
not?
shot somewhere. There's a photo that I saw that Chuck Daly is standing by their bench with his hands up, calling timeout. Isaiah, I remember to this day, he's standing there like this to the referee. Give me the ball, give me the ball, give me the ball.
So I grabbed the ball from the referee. Laimbeer's a good foul shooter. I never had taken the ball out. That wasn't my thing, right? I throw it up. Bird sneaks in. I didn't even see him.
Bird was moving right when he was inbounding the pass. And when you look at it from a couple different film angles, I mean, he threw it right to him on the move. And I had my back to where he was stealing the ball. So when I turned around, I was probably more shocked than anybody in the whole stadium that Bird had the ball in his hands.
And this is probably one of the most incredible plays that's ever happened against me and that probably I've ever witnessed. From an athletic standpoint, two people being in sync and just Bird just playing every second. And that's what the Celtics taught us, to play every second, not to play 47 and a half.
That's the teaching point for this video, y'all. Know I got to give my teaching points. Play every second. Every single second counts, man. Like, literally, a 2-second decision within a 48-minute game could literally be the difference between winning or losing. And I never realized how like the actual situation of this was. I knew he got the steal, passed to Dennis Johnson for the layup, but I didn't know the possession before. So Boston is down 1. They're down 1. Larry Bird gets an ISO, gets his shot blocked. Unfortunately for the Celtics, not only does he get his shot blocked, but it also goes out on them. So it's Detroit ball. Detroit's up 1 with 5 seconds left. Like, Detroit has the game. Like, it's probably a 99% chance that Detroit's gonna win this game. Like, you're up 1 with 5 seconds left and you have the ball. Just get fouled and shoot your free throws and you should win. But then this happened. Like, that's crazy.
But to play a full 48.
And he had a smirk on it. He knew the game was over, and he almost had a smile on his face when they gave him the ball, and he did not see Bird at all.
But the thing I remember the most is that Joker.
That Joker.
This is the out of bounds line. That Joker caught the ball, and in my mind, I'm like, okay, he going out of bounds. That dude did this. Like a ballerina, right? And if you go back and you watch the play, that dude is on his toes. The baseline is right up under his toes. And in my mind, he must have stood there for about 5 seconds because everything was going in slow motion in my mind, right? And it's like, damn, how you doing that? And then DJ, out of nowhere, right?
Right.
They are so in tune. They are so in sync. He catches Bird hits him. He catches the basketball, lay it up.
I know Isaiah was sick. Isaiah literally choked.
I'm walking to the huddle, and as I come back out of the huddle, right, we try to take the ball out of bounds or whatever. Larry walks by and he goes, wow. Winks at me, right? I'm like,
oh. The Celtics won that series in 7 games. When Bill Laimbeer tried to shake Larry Bird's hand again,
get off
Larry just ignored it and walked straight through it. Larry Bird said, I don't like Bill Laimbeer. Why should I shake his hand? Even Isaiah Thomas, who was Bill Laimbeer's teammate for 11 years on the Bad Boy Pistons, had this to say about him. To tell you the truth, if I didn't know Bill, I wouldn't like him either. And when the Celtics retired Larry Bird's jersey in 1993, that hatred was still there.
Still? He even talked about Bill Laimbeer in his retirement ceremony?
Seems like a perfect night. I mean, except for the fact that Bill Laimbeer couldn't be here.
Oh, shit. He shouldn't have said his name.
What would you tell him if he was?
We would probably hang him up with my number.
No, that's disrespectful.
Because back in the day, the animosity was not for show. When they hated each other, they really hated each other. And it didn't stop when they retired. They were enemies for life.
I hate Larry Bird, but I respect the hell out of that man.
I respect Isaiah Thomas's talent, no matter how much I hate it. Yeah, I respect his game.
But Bill Laimbeer's hate was on another level because he didn't respect anybody, not even his own teammates. In his last Detroit Pistons practice before he retired, Laimbeer elbowed the star player Isaiah Thomas and broke his rib. And when Isaiah Thomas got angry, Laimbeer elbowed him again. Bill Laimbeer once said, I don't fight, I agitate, then walk away.
That's cowardly.
This time, Isaiah Thomas didn't let him walk away, because in retaliation, Isaiah Thomas punched Bill Laimbeer in the head, breaking his own hand, resulting in Isaiah being sidelined for 8 weeks.
What?
Like I said, I can see why nobody liked him.
I don't give an inch at all on the court. I don't give anybody any respect. I think that's the major problem with a lot of other players is I don't respect their game. If they happen to get in the way, well, that's not my fault. That's their fault. I make no apologies for my game.
Hold on, though. Let's kind of look at that a little bit. Like, I really don't want to give Bill Laimbeer the benefit of the doubt because I don't like that whole don't respect people. Like, I don't really like it. But now that I look at this a little bit, it kind of seemed like Dennis Rodman was in the way a little bit.
I don't respect their game.
Am I off? Look, like Dennis Rodman is right there. So it's like it was an awkward play. Yes, it was a terrible foul. Like I'm not debating that. He grabbed Larry Bird by the shoulders, but it looked like it was kind of awkward. Like Bill Laimbeer was kind of trying to save himself a little bit. That's an awkward fall right there. Like I can't even try to say what I would have did in this situation. It was a weird. It was a weird fall, but
not my
I don't know.
fault.
Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think. Bill Laimbeer probably didn't even see this.
I make no apologies for my game throughout my career. Whatever the general public thinks about my style of play, I really could care less.
You left a bad blood on the court for the most part, but not with Laimbeer. You never really ever liked Laimbeer in any social situation.
No.
Yeah.
And it's because he was a dirty player.
Larry Bird's sitting next to you right now. Would you talk to him? Would you have a conversation with him? What would you say?
I'd probably go to a different table.
Oh shit. And that's how it ends. Great video, man. I appreciate y'all for watching that with me. That was a really good video. I like that. Shout out to whoever made this. Who made it? Prime Larry Bird. This was really good. So I appreciate y'all for watching it with me. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Go ahead and like this video if you like this video, and go ahead and write some in the comments. Let me know how you feel about Bill Laimbeer. Like, he was obviously an asshole. Like, there's no debating that. There's no secret to that. But I want to ask that question again. Is he one of those guys that you would love to have on your team? There's so many players out there that you hate, but also if he's on your team, you would love for him to be riding for you. So let me know how y'all feel about that. But I appreciate y'all like always. We out.